This is one of the world's last mobile phone frontiers. Here in the countryside beyond Myanmar's second largest city of Mandalay, people have almost no access to basic voice telecommunications services that billions take for granted. Two companies, Telenor of Norway and Qatar's Ooredoo, have won the much-coveted chance to start rolling out networks later this year in a nation where mobile phone penetration rates are estimated at less than 10% and people are hungry to talk. But it may not be easy.
I'm standing outside the main school in the village of Mwe Pon Kan in rural Myanmar. If all goes to plan, this community that has no paved road, piped water or grid electricity will be at the center of a mobile phone revolution in this country of 60 million people just opening up after decades of military dictatorship.
The signing of the mobile phone licenses in January started a race between Telenor and Ooredoo to be the first to sell SIM cards. The battle has political significance as well as commercial importance. Mobile phones are one of the few parts of Myanmar's dilapidated infrastructure that can be improved before the government faces voters in free elections promised next year. The FT spent 36 hours with Furberg, Telenor's CEO for Myanmar, to see how the company is trying to develop an operation from nothing in a country where mobile phone services are currently delivered mainly through the very limited network of the state-owned MPT. Mr. Furberg toured Mandalay to look for potential sites for phone towers and for distributors for SIM cards and mobile phone credit. He said he wanted people who had an entrepreneurial spirit and weren't linked to shady business networks around the former military junta. Out in the countryside, Mr. Furberg says the village of Mwe Pon Kan shows perfectly what mobile phone companies need to do if they are to get Myanmar connected and make profits for themselves.
Our ambition in Myanmar is to cover absolutely everyone. So we expect to cover 90% of the population in 5 years. But to reach them, we also have to sell our products across the country. And in a village like this, you will find mom and pop stores like the one we are visiting here, where they're selling typical grocery products. And we will sell them mobile SIM cards and mobile top-ups in addition. Today they're a phone booth, a public phone booth. That will of course change as everyone will get hopefully mobile phones. But their new business is coming from selling SIM cards and top-ups.
We've seen some of the great possibilities and potential here, but we've also seen the difficulties facing government and companies in this country where many pieces of basic infrastructure and services have collapsed or are broken, where institutions don't work or are chronically under-resourced, and where people are emerging, taking the first tentative and even disbelieving steps after years of military rule. Michael Peel, Financial Times, in Mwe Pon Kan.